disgusting. We're going to see some crazy stuff.
All right, losers quarters. So let's see where they start. Looks like we are gentlemaning to Smashville, the Everywhere Classic, not just the Michigan Classic,
The
or the California
Classic.
It is the Classic everywhere.
It's a good stage.
Nebula just rolling past to drop off that bomb real quick.
The crowds have started to show an alignment here.
Oh, wow. Nebula got a jab lock with Nair off of a missed attack on the ground.
I gotta think, what part of that Nair hitbox would actually be the one that causes like
the very latest hit.
Yeah.
As late as you can possibly hit, that's the one.
And right now, Nebula is putting on a clinic. 117% has laughed Smasher so convincingly right now.
Yep, Smasher backing up just in time to not get hit by that hydrant, which would have spelled doom for him.
Now what?
Nebula's just kind of like, he's not even like running away and hiding. He's just kind of going in.
He's in his face.
With a character like Mega Man, though, you kind of expect that.
Steve
But
Jobs
that actually
striking
kills.
him.
I think that was. I don't think he was expecting to get hit by that, and that DI was not present.
Steve Jobs alive and well in 2018, guys.
So it would seem.
So many Macintosh Apple kills right now.
Yeah, it's a really safe and
good.
unexpected option.
I did not know Mega Man actually could recover from that if he went off stage.
It's not an up B. It's fine. It's not something you see. You don't see him go off
No,
with the up tilt before, though.
Playing this game since 3DS, that's the first time I've ever seen the interaction of Hydrant or just something pushing Mega Man out of his like falling down of up tilt.
Yeah, I've never seen that either. That's really funny.
And I love how Smasher, despite being down, pretty much an entire stock.
He's being patient. He's sticking to his game plan.
Yeah, and he's really kind of like throwing, I guess, Nebula for a small like loop here because he is actually using Nebula. Oh my God! What a
Nebula
bait!
is a madman.
Wow!
Absolute madman.
What a beast, dude!
All right, let's see where all of this percent came from. He's at 0%, and then what do we get? Jab lock. Late hit of forward smash, 38. And here we get the kill at the end.
This is so good.
Throws the bell, grabs it, throws it up. Bait.
Just
dead.
like in Nebula's set against oh God, who was it? He just played a set recently where it was just that last little bounce.
The apple
Against
Unknown, yes. Very, very much the same. Heading to FD, not a bad stage for Pac-Man. Definitely a good stage for Mega Man.
Yeah. And for a matchup that we were expecting to be a little bit on the slower side, these guys, they're playing relatively quick.
Yeah, I was not expecting this to move so quickly. But I think a lot of times when Nebula's in his element, Nebula dictates the speed of the set.
Definitely.
If he wants it to go fast, it'll go fast. If he doesn't, it will take
a long time.
5 minutes and 45 seconds at minimum.
Yep.
Yep. He's just all over him. Smasher doesn't have an answer.
Ooh, like in the footstool shenanigans coming out of Smasher. One of the few Mega Mans that exist in North America that are just so proficient at the footstools.
Oh wow.
That
barely rolled out of there.
That was a dangerous roll too, rolling right into the path of
yeah, Hydrant barely going over his head, but barely missing that, getting missed by that forward smash. Yeah, this is not a complete wash in Nebula's favor this time.
What an amazing tech.
That was incredible. Yep, orange knocking him away and getting the orange back in return. But Apple, yet again, not quite killing this time.
Apple's
but will
lemon.
that time. Yep.
Wow.
Apple, the first Apple, he DI'd. And you can tell because that angle was very different. The first apple was perfect DI. The second apple he was not expecting. He was trying to go in.
Forward smash.
Oh, barely taking it. Yeah, Nebula laughing it off. He's like, yeah, I didn't expect that. And that is Nebula's biggest. It's a perk to him as a player. It's a perk to him as a person. He plays this game thinking like, okay, what's the thing that I can do that nobody's gonna expect? Like he wants to surprise people and come up with like really silly like things that nobody's gonna expect. And for Pac-Man, that's perfect. It matches the playstyle perfectly. So by the same token, when he gets hit by something that he just really did not expect, he absolutely respects it.
Yeah.
Like he'll laugh it off with you if you do something that you really did not expect. But here we are, Smasher actually back in this, in the lead. Not by much, but it is something.
Smasher not looking to go down 2-0 in the set.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of 2-0s favoring the underdog.
Yeah.
Just in
Honestly,
this top 8.
This whole top 8
12.
is really, outside of, you know, the 2 players that are sitting in winners, this has been a story of underdog performances. Most of losers bracket has been that.
Oh, wow.
Weak, fair into Nair.
Nebula is up 2-0 against Smasher.
Man, and if this was Smashfield, he would have won the set. He would have won the set already.
Yeah. We would have won it 2-0 in the books.
Nebula's got me hyped. I'm standing up for a little bit. Standing up again.
You know what would be fantastic? Slight bias.
Slight bias.
That player's ball spot
Goes to an MSU player.
Is between Nebula and Goma.
That would be
so hype.
For most of the players here at this tournament today, I definitely could see that is the storyline they would love to see.
This is the send-off for MSU.
Yeah.
In a way, it's kind of a send-off for the whole state. There's a couple more weeklies, but this is like the last big event. This is the last big gathering.
Big Smash 4 weekend tournament. I mean, we got Crazy Controllers tomorrow, but that is on a different caliber.
That is more of a it's a bi-weekly, but it's still kind of more of a weekly than a major event for the state.
This is the last in-state major event. Smasher wanting to make a statement as well, because for a lot of these players, this is the clutch time when it comes to the PR race.
Yep, PR race is going to, like, a lot of it's being decided here.
Yeah. Nebula definitely making himself a capital statement as to why he is, without a doubt, top 20.
Absolutely.
Making
top
a
20,
run for that possible top 10.
He could do it.
Easily sitting in top 12 right now, I think.
I think that he at least wants to hit top 15. And I think everyone kind of does. Like, the top 20 is very respectable, but like a lot of players are like, but I also, oh wow. So, as we've been talking, this game has been going. We haven't really talked much about it. But Smasher finally up with his first healthy lead of this set.
Yeah, Smasher fighting tooth and nail to stay in this. He knows this is the man who has been on every single Michigan Smash PR since the inception of Power Rankings. And he would love to just add a trip to the player's ball under that, like, very well glammed out belt.
Absolutely. But Nebula is not going to make it an easy trip for him.
No, not at all.
Yet again, that apple. Smasher just cannot see it coming.
Yeah, and Nebula, you can tell he's really trying to mitigate the amount of damage he's taking from Smasher. But, like, he wants to try and take this stock off Smasher as healthy as possible, and he's doing just that. 38% is not much damage to, like, receive over the course of, like, a minute.
Absolutely. Bell disappearing just early enough to not be any danger to Smasher. Cherry, that's a new one. Like, you see almost every game, something new from Nebula. And sometimes, like, tournament to tournament, set to set, like, sometimes it's similar, but, like, within a set, there's always a few new things every game.
Definitely.
To really screw up his opponent.
Yeah. And Smasher
wow.
Smasher's starting to use these lemons as a way to just hit the fruit on their way in to try and disable that hitbox. Oh, the back air.
Yep, and having just been hit, goes straight through the ledge
Smasher starting to play a little bit more confident, a little more bell in his step.
Yeah.
Trying to.
But lands right on the apple. Not going to kill this time.
That's the first time he's lived an apple over 100, like 20%.
Yeah, no, he had the perfect DI. I think he almost expected to land on it. He was like, okay, I'm kind of headed this way. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to just DI and hope for the best. But that one, no DI is going to save you from that.
No DI at all.
85% on Nebula.
I thought Smasher was going to be cheeky.
Oh, that.
If he gets the shore, you can.
Yeah, that was a very awkward angle for Nebula.
Yeah. Mega upper takes that.
Having lost his side B or used his side B, he couldn't get over far enough to get a safe up B, so he had to take that shot. But that's just one game. Smasher needs two more in
Nebula
a row.
Only needs one.
Nebula just needs the one.
This is do or die for Smasher. Finally on the board, not going home at a 3-0. Telling Nebula, you still have to take me out one more set.
Yep.
Can you do it?
Back to
I know
FD.
I have the ability to take this set.
Yeah, back to FD. Not surprising. Both these characters loving the stage.
Yeah.
So that is an interesting note. Is we're back to yet another matchup for Pac-Man. This one's back more on the Sheik side of like there's not a lot that Smasher can do, especially not safely, about that hydrant. Oh, barely missing that apple.
Yeah, I was saying, like, Smasher's got an apple magnet in his pocket right now. This dude is
apple
hit.
A day keeps the Mega Man away.
Going for the heavy knuckle, hard knuckle.
Oh yeah.
Trying to just get a quick early kill. Oh
yeah,
my God.
He's figured out that up tilt is probably his safest and best bet for getting rid of that hydrant.
Exactly.
So he is using that pretty extensively. So we will see if Nebula catches on to that.
Yeah, and I mean a reason that he's using it, the extension of the Mega Upper from just hitting the hydrant, that is a massive, strong hitbox that is staying out just a little longer because he's hitting the hydrant.
Absolutely.
Smasher trying to find his way in, gets a hard knuckle, gonna go for an up air.
That was cute. Nebula specifically tech rolled toward the stage just so that he wouldn't be the only one getting hit by that bomb. And you've been seeing that this whole game. It's like, oh wow, Metal Blade into up tilt.
Smasher1001 fighting back, telling Nebula, get down from your pedestal. I'm still in this.
Over yet. Certainly is not. Smasher is pulling out all of the stops here.
Smasher,
he does not want to go home like this.
He's so proficient with using items already, just because he's so good with his Metal Blade, that he's starting to really use those fruits against Nebula pretty well.
Yeah, and Mega Man is not a character that can safely go off stage like Mewtwo or Sheik to really punish him off there. But he can make it hard getting back, that's for sure.
Definitely. Smasher1001 and Mega Man in general going to make it his mission to keep you pinned on the ledge in disadvantage.
Yeah, Nebula just waiting for that water. Apple again, too low % for that. Up smash, not going to have enough damage.
It almost looks like all the hitboxes of the up smash didn't just hit.
Oh, they don't. There's
like
the
three.
two. There's 2 or 3, and the weak ones he uses to launch the hydrant on a really high backwards velocity. Apple again.
The Apple Smasher.
I think of the stocks that Smasher has lost so far, all but one, I think, have been the Apple.
Yeah.
There's been 3 or 4 at least.
This is it. The crowd is really starting to rev up here.
And
MSU trying to get behind their boy.
And that is
Smasher1001 trying to play spoiler and send this to game number 5. Can he do it?
That is the crowd is a huge boon that Nebula has on his side. Nebula absolutely feeds off of crowd energy.
Yeah, Nebula is one to play for the people. He's definitely trying to do that. Support his home crowd. Smasher1001 still maintaining a great % lead, getting the hits on the hydrant and hitting Nebula when he needs to.
Absolutely, but that % lead is fragile, especially in a matchup like this.
Yeah, 2 minutes left on the clock. Not approaching anywhere close to a timeout by any means. But these guys are starting to whittle down the clock as this set progresses. Oh, tried to be cheeky. I guess it even works on Final Destination.
Yep, it works every stage. The
I
bell does not actually care about physics. It goes through whatever it wants.
Smasher1001.
Oh!
You can tell Nebula.
Jumpster, air dodge,
Nebula had a little O-face. He was like, oh, that.
He was not expecting to get launched up like that.
No.
I forget what it is that you're not supposed to do in that up air. Jump.
No jump.
Yeah, he must have done it accidentally, didn't expect it, and went flying.
There's very little hit stun on the tornado, which is why most characters can air dodge through it after the first hit. And so you basically need to be, look at that unknown crowd face. All right, game number 5. This is our first game 5 of top 8, I believe.
I believe you're correct. Top 12, Nam versus Nebula was a game 5.
Yeah, it was top 12.
In a very similar situation. We've been seeing this a lot, the MSU crew going up 2-0 against PR players.
Yeah, Smasher1001. You can tell he's moving and grooving a little bit more. Starting to find a little bit of comfort here.
Certainly has adapted.
Yeah, just like that. Nebula is fighting back. 86%, a healthy 50% lead right now. Nebula sitting good in the neighborhood.
Yep. That up air is a really strong thing that Mega Man has in this matchup.
Yeah.
Because Pac-Man loves to hang out up there, and a lot of characters can't get up there safely to punish him.
And one thing I've noticed about this entire set so far is that Nebula is just not letting Smasher get to a point where the out of shield footstool into Metal Blade is a threat at all. Nebula is just keeping his zone far away from Smasher, forcing Smasher to make the approach. He knows that those footstool shenanigans, they only really happen when you're the one that's making the advancement onto Mega Man. If you're forcing him to come at you, pretty much out of the equation.
Bell lands, but Mega Man is way too far up in the air, and this is back to being very even.
Yeah, this is super close. 99 and 109. One hit could decide where this first stock goes. Oh, these guys are just throwing each other for a loop. Up smash.
That'll do it.
The up tilt.
Unsafe up tilt.
Unsafe whiff by Smasher, costing him that first stock. Honestly, it could be the crucial stock that he needed to hold. Don't want to lose it, especially when it's something like that. You're like, oh, why did I let that happen?
Yeah, that's rough, but Smasher has mentality of steel here.
Oh my God, the super armor. Nebula takes it 3-2 over Smasher into losers semifinals.
Fast Gimp.
Wow.
Nebula was like, okay, this set is over. I'm done playing your games. That's it. He started at 2%.
I'm trying to think if Smasher had air dodged at all, and that's why he couldn't tech. No,
he was in the middle of up B.
Yeah, he was just, I don't think that,